Are our guides just different versions of us from the past and future? What is the answer to this question? So, yes, they are to a degree. You could actually say that we are all versions of each other because we are all one. That's the idea of the law of one. We are all one. We are all energy. We are all part of this universe. It doesn't matter if it's you, me, a galactic, a guide, a fairy, anything. Everything is energy. Everything is connected. Everything is one. We're just individual, self actualized expressions of this oneness that people separate out into different things. And the oneness is, you can call it God, you can call it whatever you want, whatever word you want, spirit, all those types of things. But are the guides that we're experiencing the beings who guide us and help us on our journey, who give us telepathic thoughts and awareness and intuitive knowings and all that? Are they us from the past and future? Some of them are. Time does not work the way that we think about it in a linear fashion. We are multidimensional beings. We experience time linearly because of the human experience and because we've been programmed to think to think that way, to believe it's linear. It's not. Time is very expansive and one at one as well. You can speak to versions of yourself in the past and future. I've done that. Now, I wouldn't say that we're guides to each other. We're not, we are not spirit guides in the sense of having like a soul contract to help do something this lifetime, to help experience or learn a lesson or that. What we are doing is helping each other understand what we're going through and why. So we're helping each other understand that, hey, you're going through this because I experienced this. So in the past, there are past versions of myself that I've experienced that have shown me like the reasons I'm experiencing something now is because they were experiencing something then, and it's karmic is the way you could describe it. It's the energy that needs to be cleared and the lessons that need to be learned. And it's just an awareness of try to do better. Here's the understanding. We didn't understand it at the time, so now you do, and now you can shift it, right? So in a sense, yes, they are a spirit guide, but they're not because it's not like a soul contracty type of thing. Now, are they from the past and present kind of separated from yourself? And when I say separated, remember there is no separation. We are all one. But if you think of it like a tree branching, and you're down here and source is up here, it branches, right? It branches down all over the place. So you're down here and your branch goes all the way up here, back, 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 back. And then another branch comes down, and here's another individual created soul that's unique to itself that is separated from you, but separated just through fragmentation of energy and experience. Can they be from the past and future? Yes, because past and future is just not a linear thing the way we experience it. We experience things, or we experience things linearly, but they do not. And as you wake up, you start to do that too. You start to realize you're multidimensional. You have the ability to jump through time and experience things differently. And those beings are often, like galactics, are often from other times, from the future and the past, especially when you get into the idea of what is time travel, traveling to another planet. Some of the just the physical idea of traveling from Earth to like the closest star and coming back, you would maybe 10 years, 20 years go by or whatever, but 300 go by on Earth, right? So that is a form of time travel in a sense, that they could be from our galactic past, but it's also instantaneous. It doesn't have to be that you travel somewhere and travel back and all that. Your guides can literally sit on a planet in the past. They could be on Earth in the past. Some people have guides that are on Earth but are in the past, helping teach them, learn their lessons, telling them what to do. Uh, some of you are in the future. I've met beings in the future who are us, who are guides to us and trying to help. And they're doing that for timeline reasons, to shift realities, to shift timelines. You can also have guides in other dimensions and other reality, like timeline realities and things, depending on how your multidimensional energy works. It's vastly complicated the more you dig into it, that the beings around you are not singular in one way. Some of them are from the present, some of them are from the past and future. And like if you tried to, those ones, if it's like if you tried to contact them and find them, you never find them because they're not in our time space, right? They're in the past or future. Some of them are in the present. So you'll find them and they're just telepathically connected and helping you in some way. Some of them are in different realities, different dimensions, different planets, all this stuff. Remember, there is no limit other than the limit you create. So when people start limiting and saying, well, spirit guides are XYZ and they're from this place, that place, you're limiting your ability to experience guides who are not from those spaces. You know, it's why galactics are an activation. There are a lot of people who do spiritual work who do not trust or want to believe in galactics or fairies or dragons or all that. You, if you are in a space of doing spiritual work and you place a limit and you say it has to be this, then that's the reality that you're going to get, because that's how the universe works. That's how creation works. And what you experience, what you believe, know, and feel is what you're going to experience. That's why I talk about the good of these beings all the time. If you think these beings are bad, if you think your spirit guides are messing with you, if you think all of this stuff, you create more of that. If you shift your focus and say, well, no, well, how are they helping me? How are they good? What are they doing? You'll create more good. You'll create more experience with the good side of that vibration. And so you're not limiting yourself anymore. If you say, okay, uh, spirit guides are only angels, then you're only going to experience angels. You're only going to experience angelics. And that's fine. You're allowed to. You are perfectly allowed to do that. For my experience, I think there's magic in experiencing all the different types of creation and life that are out there. So I just say, what comes comes type of thing. I don't really have a saying for it, but it's like this energy of I will experience it and I will believe it when I experience it, because there's nothing holding me back from it. And it'll be beautiful and I will take something away from it and meet a new being or whatever it is. If you do that, then you're gonna open yourself up to being activated. Remember, it's not just about that. You have to vibrationally align to it, but you open yourself up to be activated to fairies, dragons, galactics, angels, inner earth beings, extraterrestrial beings, Sasquatches, whatever it is. So when it comes to your spirit guides, it's the same thing. If you limit your beliefs about your spirit guides, if you say, well, they're only from the past because time is linear and I live now, then you're only going to experience those from the past. That's going to be your formative experience. But if you start saying, well, what if? What if they were from the future? What if they were from now? What if they were from the past? What if they were from another dimension, another planet, another space, another reality, universe? What if I could communicate with all these beings and they were helping me and we were all working together and trying to figure out why this was happening, why that's happening, how to better ourselves? What if that? Then you open all of it. So hopefully that helps. And let me know if you have any questions. Grateful for each and every one of you. Love you all. If you have any interest in seeing who's around you, past, present, future, please look at the starseed readings on my website, awakenwithwillow.com. Love you all.